shit is recording. What's up? I'm live. Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, we live and direct. We got my man Adam. We got my man Adam Forkner here. Adam, if people don't know who you are, Adam here, K Records legend.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, K Records legend, Adam Forkner.
That's great.
Enjoying a sunny day in Los Angeles.
Looks like a long. Yeah, kind of.
It's kind of sunny there. Sunny here
too.
I'm in San Jose.
Where you at? San Jose. Sunnyvale.
Today, I looked on Instagram, and there's an Instagram called San Jose Foods. You know, the food community.
Oh, they're going foodie up there? What do you got?
They real foods out here. And then
San Jose Foods.
Yeah, somebody exposed it as not. What's it like? So there's like no. Oh, the people actually weren't from San Jose.
Yeah, they're just objectifying the San Jose food lifestyle.
Yeah.
You got Smash Mouth. You got Starving Musician. It's a lot of foods.
Yo, we got Streetlight Records too.
Oh, Streetlight. Wait, Starving Musician's in Santa Clara though.
Yeah, it's in San Jose technically.
Okay.
No, actually, no, it's not. It's across the street from where I live, down the street, and that's technically the Santa Clara side.
Right. So, and you also have, what's the guitar store that's not Guitar Center?
Guitar Showcase.
With the Jesus fish.
Yes.
Bro, the back room of that place is where I've gotten a lot of gear.
Oh, a lot of people got a lot of gear. I had a homie, we went there one time, and he got a flying V, like a white flying V.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, damn, I need to come here. There's so much gear right there, dude. It's so crazy. Like,
yeah, the used room is like, fucking,
yeah.
Oh shit! It's like
it's a whole nother building.
Yeah, and
That's
it's like all the Heschers from the '80s getting rid of their stuff.
Oh yeah, you get
forever.
It's crazy. It's better than. I feel like it's better than they go there more than people go there more than Starving Musician.
Yeah, Starving was amazing when I was growing up in Monterey. Like, I would go there with my dad because my dad's a used gear freak too. So he was like, let me show you something real quick. Let me show you how to get a headless, fretless, white bass. Let me show you how to get a 1983 plastic guitar pedal that sounds like the guy from Boston mixed with, maybe somebody from the Tubes.
Was the band Boston even from the actual city of Boston?
I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I love that shit, man. I love that.
Hell
I love Starving Musician. I love Guitar Showcase. I love San Ho. My parents, they find like weird. We got a cleaning crew. Hey, welcome to LA.
It's Tuesday.
They do my house on Mondays.
What's that?
They do my house Mondays, but I guess they're doing the neighbor's yard.
They be going in. This morning, I was walking my dog like I do every morning because my dog loves to take a dump fresh off in the morning. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to take a dump on this lawn. Then one of the dudes who just worked on the lawn came out, and he was like, he was speaking to me in Spanish. I understood a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, you just work on this? And he's like, he did the shooing motion. And then I was like, oh, okay. You don't want me to dog shit on the lawn. The only English word he said was, it's poison. And I was like, really? Like, my dog shitting on the lawn is poison?
Oh, probably not.
Probably not.
You know what he meant? He probably meant that he put some stuff on the lawn that's poisonous for your dog.
Nah, what the fuck? What shit is he going to put on there that's poison for the dog?
Like some sort of fertilizer or like pesticide. Maybe he was trying to tell you, like, oh, your dog is not safe here.
Maybe she had that fertilizer too, though. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she have a little fertilizer in her booty too. Mix it up, make that good grass.
It's true that I was on K Records.
You was a K
Like,
Records legend, bro. I looked at your looked you up, bro. This man, you did. Were you on the? You was on the microphones record.
which one?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
probably
Tell
some
me
of
about
them.
that.
I mean, when I moved from in '98 in '99, I moved to New York from Portland after college. But I was already making music, and I think I'd already met Calvin in college because he was playing shows and we had bands and shit. And, you know, he's interested in youth culture and youth music.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we were already friends, and I already had a band, and I moved to New York in '99, and he would come through, and other bands would come through. And then in 2001, I left New York, didn't know where I was going to go, and Calvin was like, "Just come up here," because I'd already been working in studios as a young man, and Calvin was building Dub Narcotic into a huge warehouse.
And this is Calvin Johnson.
Right? Yeah, Johnson.
Calvin Johnson.
Yeah. I'm a lovey-dovey lover with a body and brain, living with a bleeding fear.
I ain't never met him, but I feel like
I'm fear. Yeah, Calvin. So I ended up 2001. I'd already done work on his studio before I even left for New York. So he was like developing the studio in the warehouse. He had rented half of a huge old warehouse in downtown Olympia just for people to be able to kind of sublease and make art. His idea was to make like a Warhol factory of like ne'er-do-wells, creative weirdos, hippie punks from Oli and around, and just have that facility to be able to create a massive amount of art. And so I was there with him. We were going heavy on the gear, taking trips down to Guitar Showcase in San Jose, basically.
All the way from Olympia?
No. I mean, most of his gear actually came from 80s studios that went digital or like got like around Washington, Idaho, and Oregon. As like people's studios needed to upgrade, he bought all their old gear. So he had all this 50s, 60s, and 70s analog gear that was getting tossed for cheap that he got in the 90s.
Oh, that's fucking amazing.
So it was me and Calvin and the other dude that had keys and was like really using the studio every day was Phil Elverum. Because he was living like two blocks away in this punk house, and he'd come from Anacortes, where the other guy from Beat Happening.
No, I know Phil. I know Phil's your man, but has he always worn the Tivas?
He used to be a rainbow boy like me.
Oh, Tiva'd up. Okay.
No, see, this is Rainbow.
Oh, that's the Dawn joint.
Yeah, these are. I'm sorry to say, Twan, but these are leather.
The leather thong, rainbows. Okay.
And with a great arch. But yeah, I mean, I think that Phil was more like rocking the rainbow flops. I don't know what kind of flops he's into nowadays. He's a dad.
No socks though.
You know, sometimes you got to wear socks. It's the Northwest, so it's.
I mean, if you leave the house, I feel like maybe the sock kind of protects you a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if he was doing sandals and socks back then. Probably, you know, it was a very alternative scene. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think anybody had any Japanese tabby socks at that point. Maybe, but that's my main time. I mean, I'd already put out a record on K by the time I lived there, and then Calvin and I became thick as thieves. He has a massive record collection, like thousands of reggae records, other records. We would argue about music into the wee hours. I was sleeping on his couch, and then we would go and record all day. So as far as like Phil's records, I think that it was just like, you know, because the covers would be assembled and screen printed and shit in the same warehouse as the records were being recorded, and there was a community of people that were there. So I was there a lot with Phil. We kind of had to have like an intuitive vibe of like, oh, okay, Phil's in here like trying to play tuba into a cassette.
He was playing all of his instruments, because that's the main thing that I always liked about Phil Elverum and the microphones, and like now,
yeah,
is that he played so many instruments and then recorded them. Like,
yeah, I mean, the thing is, we had so many there.
It honestly got me into like recording myself, because I'd always record at someone else's house, but then I got more into recording at home because of Phil Elverum.
Say word. I mean, yeah, he has a pretty singular and very like he has a confidence. He even when he was a kid, it was like almost cockiness as we were young, but it was like, what, I can play the saxophone. I'll learn it right now.
You think he's an only child?
No, he's got a brother. But his younger brother. And then, but you know, he comes from like real Northwest frontiersman stock. You know, his parents lived out in the woods in Anacortes, which is like the furthest island out in the middle of the San Juan Islands. So he's just like a frontiersman through and through.
That's what you need.
So he's not a city man.
Yes, he probably don't even use GPS in his phone.
No, dude. I mean, like, he would get lost. We wouldn't see him for a few days. We're like, where the fuck were you? He'd be like, oh, I was hiking. And it's like, dude, you gotta tell one person when you go
lost hiking.
When you go to the fucking wilderness, man, you could die. But you know, I'm sure he does now.
He probably know how to speak to animals.
I think he might. Yeah. I mean, he spoke to me, and I'm an animal.
Hey, I like that spirit.
But that was a cool time era. So yeah, I played just tangentially, just being in the studio a lot. Like, he'd be like, hey, yo, let's do these horns, or like be a part of these 5 people singing these 2 words over and over again, or play this percussion and jam. And we also worked on other people's records a bit, like Little Wings. You know, obviously there's a community, so I would end up playing, because I'm, you know, trained musician, and a lot of those people were not in any way like trained musicians. So I would get the duty of playing bass or guitar or something. So yeah, I ended up on a bunch of stuff, Calvin stuff, Phil stuff, on Kyle stuff. And then I used the studio to make my own music and help some of my friends from Portland kind of. And that's how eventually, when I moved back to Portland a couple years later, it was like taking the ethos of K, and there was a bunch of artists in Portland that weren't like gonna be on K because it was already overextended. That I was like, let's start some other labels. And so, with the kind of knowledge that I got from Calvin about distribution and production and manufacturing and promotion and all the sort of stuff that we were like kind of heavy on every day, it was like those tools are some things that I tried to pass on to a couple of friends of mine in Portland, who then started releasing stuff by like Thanksgiving. Adrian Orange, who I know Phil just talked about on Pitchfork, who was a brilliant songwriter, but also Little Wings, Bobby Birdman, Yacht was another band.
Yeah.
Lucky Dragons, who was like, at that point, I think Luke was living in Philadelphia. Jib Kidder and Dirty Projectors were all being put out by 2 labels in Portland called States' Rights and Marriage Records.
Marriage Records, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so, and then, you know, both of those labels kind of, with the sort of K Records imprint or ethos, kind of went on to like document their because K Records is just like a document of people you're connected to, not like trying to sign the hottest band out from so and so. It's like more of like a Smithsonian Harry Smith archive way of anthropologically recording and documenting a certain time period in a certain region, which is something that I think Calvin got from both like the Harry Smith archives and Smithsonian records, as well as like Ian Mackay, where he's just documenting things from DC. And so that Calvin was like, oh cool, I'll document the Northwest. And so that then it's like, oh, we'll document our friends in Portland. So that's how the whole ethos began. And then I became involved with those labels kind of on the backside and as an artist. That's a long ass time ago, Twan.
That's a beautiful thing though, because that type of stuff doesn't really even happen nowadays, dude. Like if you really
the models have changed so drastically. Like those models depended on 20 years of pioneering business, kind of DIY punk business people putting together networks of distribution, independent record stores. I remember back when I was like working at K, Calvin had these binders of books that were like basically handwritten of every single record store in the country.
Yeah.
And then somebody's job was to call those record stores and be like, hey, do you want any of these releases? And just kind of, and then, obviously there's other distributors that did that even better. But it was like really hand to hand. And the whole system was like hand stitched from like person to person. So with the advent of like digital music, obviously that whole network became obsolete. Like you didn't need that because there's something easier now. You're just like, oh, here's my SoundCloud. Yeah, all you need is Bandcamp, or now it's easy to just get your shit straight to the major streaming networks without a digital distributor.
Yeah, you just Google it.
Yeah, and as an artist, you can get your shit distributed for free. You don't need these labels like that, which in some ways is like the dream came true of creating an egalitarian system. But on the other hand, like those were no longer necessary businesses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so labels now are like promotion machines, which those labels were not. They're not like heavy promotion machines. Now labels, I guess they give you more funding for PR to like widen your reach. That's because that's what a label has to do now, is like create awareness.
Yeah, the PR. They need the kid fresh out of college who went to college with the other kids.
Yeah.
He's at the bar doing cocaine, drinking and shit with the band.
Yeah. All that shit.
We need to pay this man $5,000 a month so that he can go out and do cocaine and fucking talk a whole bunch.
Yeah, get Schreiber to give him the fucking best new music.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. I remember one time I went to this PR dude's house, and this man's house was big as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm over here living in a room.
I was there.
You know what I'm saying? We making the music, bro, and this man getting paid more than us.
There was a big. I'm 44, so for me to traverse, and then from the marriage scene, I went to Cranky Records out of Chicago, which is a trusted label for experimental music, which is like going through a revolution of its own. And that's how I hooked up with like the Deer Hunter and had an extra 6 or 7 years of semi-relevance before the whole. But anyway, when I started seeing the new tribe of shuckers and jivers, man, it was it made my my punk rock DIY spidey senses go like crazy. I'm like, who the fuck? Oh, you guys are just some schmoozers. That's what you do now? You just schmooze?
It's schmooze time. Let me get back on track real quick. From K Records and Olympia, what was the transition to Chicago?
Oh, well, the thing is that my music was always not really syncing up stylistically with a lot of my peers in the Northwest. Like it was pretty indie folk, like nylon string guitar, folk.
Wasn't that kind of like the thing though in K Records?
That's what I'm saying. But my music wasn't like that. I was always making more experimental, spacey, kind of ambient, electronic, and fusing a lot of other things. So I was like everybody's weird friend that made weird music, right?
They never had like some sort of music that wasn't really.
They did, yeah, but it was always the exception to the rule that was like, see, we're diverse. We have a electronica band or something like that. But it wasn't like the real, what people would thought of those labels as being. And so I was always kind of like, oh, we can put Adam's record out too. You know, let's sell a couple units. It'll show the diversity of the label. He's an odd guy. He makes weird stuff. And so after a while, I kind of had to shake that off because I was like, man, I don't feel like I'm really fitting in here as a weird electronic musician.
Yeah,
experimenting.
You wasn't trying to live in a treehouse.
Yeah, I mean, these are my homies. That's people I played with, but I was like making such odd music that it wasn't really like what fit. And so I started making music that fit me more as Whiterainbow, and putting it out on Marriage and States' Rights and self-releasing. And that was like the whole like CDR revolution of experimental CDR culture, like the noise shit of the aughts. And then but there was a dude who lived in Portland who I knew, who became deeply involved in Cranky Records, which is a label from Chicago that had like Godspeed and Wendy and Carl and Stars of the Lid and all of these like, you know, heavy hitter kind of indie ambient space music groups. And I love that label from the 90s all the way through. So I was like really I always was in awe of that label. So they asked me to put something out and I was like, this is like my teenage dream come true. And that was how that happened. My girlfriend also put records out on there. And then they signed Deer Hunter, which was like a bunch of punk kids from Atlanta. I was like, how is this going to work on this label? This is crazy. But we were all like a new tribe of shit making that label hot again in like 2006. So something like that.
In my head, I always get, sorry to cut you off, but I always get Deer Hunter and Deer Hoof.
Right.
You know, mixed up.
Yeah, well,
when you said Deer Hunter, I started thinking of like a Deer Hoof song, and I was like, oh, yeah.
No, it's,
you know what I mean?
It's different.
Like, oh, yeah, cool.
No, Deer Hoof is that skinny kid Greg playing drums, crazy, with the Japanese girl. That's Deer Hoof.
Yeah, that's Deer Hoof. Love that.
The Japanese girl, and then the kid with the skinny arms going crazy with the drums.
I love that first record.
Yeah, it's sick. They're still around.
That one?
They were just on my homie's podcast like the other day.
Yeah.
They're still doing things.
They still are. It's crazy. I just think they just put out a new record.
Yeah.
Wow.
Deer Hunter was kind of like space rock meets garage rock meets like experimental doo-wop.
Was that the same scene as Lightning Bolt?
As who?
Lightning Bolt? Wasn't Lightning Bolt from Atlanta?
No, they're from Providence, Rhode Island. No, Deer Hunter were the weirdo experimental homies of the Black Lips. Which is like a very like, you know, the Black Lips has got like such deep roots in like roots music of America.
Yeah.
And I met those kids on tour as a K-boy years before, and I was like, man, these kids got record collections of like old Americana and experimental music. I was like amazed by these youngsters, but I never thought in a million years that like Deer Hunter would get signed and blow up like that. But Bradford's such a crazy personality that he's the skinny kid playing guitar with the loudmouth and makes a lot of news for himself. And he was like, perfect for Pitchfork at the time because he says crazy shit.
Yeah.
And we became friends, and I mean, he's a
I'm just fucking
brilliant person.
Yeah. You gotta be kind of crazy to be brilliant, though.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like that kid that I used to, when I was in Atlanta, I would go to a punk party, and he'd be in the back room with a sampler. You know, like,
yeah,
I'm just in here making music. So
love it.
That's how we became homies and started working together and stuff. But that was that second era, like after the K era. And I was a little older, so people were like, "Oh, you know stuff we don't know," and I totally leveraged that forever, as long as I could. I'm like, yeah, I know more shit than you. I know Cal and John, so put me in your band.
Yeah, yo, you was on some shit though.
A little bit.
At what time, like what year, did you do that one band? Remember you had that one band that somebody made a tape that redid that tape?
Oh, the fucking slowcore slint.
Yeah.
Codeine shit. That was 97. I was 20.
What was the band called?
Love, Claire. Love, Claire.
Oh, damn. That's how I remember, because it's like one of my ex-girlfriends, and I was like...
Yeah. Well, what's funny is that band was so ridiculous. Like, we were all young, and they were like these punk kids I met, and they wanted me to play drums, and I was like, I get it, I'll do it. But it was so slow. The music was so slow, you know, and then like they would do the classic like hit the big muff to make it loud at the, like 3 minutes in and shit, like that whole like soft, quiet, loud, soft, emo shit.
That's crazy how that like resurgence happened.
Dude, I don't know why the kids found that tape. I get it. It's like a long lost relic, but dude, I think we made like 50 tapes.
Yeah. That shit, I didn't even know that band Duster was like big.
Again.
Like I didn't know until like this year. All I knew Duster, I was like, oh yeah, the band's from San Jose. I didn't even like think anyone knew that band.
Dude, I mean, I love that band in like the late 90s, early 2000s when those records came out. And then I think kids found it on like YouTube.
And then they were like, oh yeah. And then some record label re-put it out. Or they repressed it? Like a big label?
Yeah.
Slumberland.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think Slumberland repressed it. So you know everybody on that tip now. They're like, oh
yeah.
Oh yes, slowcore. We love really slow music.
I love the way the Duster records sounded though, man. Like the kids, they fucking made it sound so home recorded and like thick. It's sick. I think I saw him play like in the early aughts that came through Portland. And it was like everybody's like trying to figure out like how the fuck did you make it sound so fucking good, kid? It was great. But
they probably just were like, oh my god, we're so happy to be out.
Oh man,
out of San Jose.
Yeah, totally. They're like, well, we bought this amp at Guitar Showcase and this guitar from Starving Musician. I got the 4-track. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess they like it.
Dude, they probably, I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. But that shit's beautiful. That's like one of those things. That's why I needed to ask you these questions, because there's a time in the past that people just do not remember that they need to be familiar with.
Yeah, I often lament that the cultures, the sort of independent cultures that happened in the late 90s and early 2000s, right before the internet kind of blew up and started documenting everything and everything became so super online, is the one era that is the most disappeared. Because a lot of that shit was on the Web 1.0, which at this point is like completely erased from our collective hard drives. Like Web 1.0 doesn't exist, so like people's MySpaces don't exist. And in the pre-MySpace era, all those like independent magazines like Magnet and all the other ones, like they're gone too. So that whole era is just not really remembered because it's not easily accessible online.
No, not at all.
And a lot of those people are Gen X, and they're not fucking around. Like, they're not savvy enough to like do a retrospective on Instagram and really like put this shit up. Like, it's not documented.
A lot of them, it's like, yo, if it was like last year, that's a throwback,
Right?
Because it's like the music industry is so saturated now. It's like,
yeah,
and it's not really. I don't feel like with music, there's not really like people trying to do something new. They're trying to sound like a band that they might have found,
right?
And make that kind of band again, like remake it, not like really make a sound and just like try something new.
It's retro.
Yeah, it's like all about being retro now. It's not really like, hey, let's do something.
Well, I get it. I know why.
Yeah.
I know why that is. I think that it's because you have access to everything. You have access to people have access to. You don't have to go to the record store and buy and discover one record at a time and kind of like develop a personal taste out of like, oh, I bought one record by Can and I bought one record by Yo La Tango. Maybe my band will be like Can and Yo La Tango. It's no longer like that. You're making playlists all day long, and so creative people are taking in so much more input. It's like they live at the library. And so now it's like, well, I'm going to take all these things I see that they work, and it's not so much an appreciation of the historicity or like a history arc as it is just like pulling from everything. It's like if you were making collage and you had every single National Geographic going back to the 50s at your disposal right now, and it's easy to fucking cut and paste. So it's like everything is just like, so of course we're in an age of like of reappropriating ideas so quickly and easily because it's so accessible. That's what I think. It wasn't accessible 20 years ago. You probably knew, 8 bands, and then you bought records of like 100 bands, and that was it.
And was there any kind of tape trading between kids in like the K record scene? Because I know there was tape trading lists in the punk scene.
Oh hell yeah! I mean,
yeah.
Calvin started off as a tape label, and of course people are sending each other demos on like CDRs and shit, and and writing letters. I remember getting letters and demo CDRs from people that I won't mention names, but household names now. But back in that, in the struggle of the soil of the aughts, people were sending each other. Before you could send a Dropbox link or like check out my SoundCloud, people were.
I miss that though. I miss that a lot.
Yeah, it's more hand to hand,
and it's more like personal. If like you took the time to do that, you'll get somebody being like, yeah, let's do that, just because you reached out and you did that.
Yeah, there was an extra amount of effort that was required for it to happen. Now it's so fucking easy. You can do it from basically your phone.
And then people are I fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like,
because you put in the sweat.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're like, oh, flame. It's like, that's it. That's the whole interaction now. It's like, I
do it too. So
of course.
I'm one of those old guys. If I get some money, I'm gonna fucking buy a Ferrari just to show you. You know what I mean? Like, hey.
And I'm one of those. I'm one of those old guys that'll just like self-release every single stupid idea I've ever had on my computer. Because to me, I'm still like a kid in a candy store. Like, really? This is free? I can just share it? Like, I'm not careful.
I'm like, now I have to be like, okay, time to strike. It's the time. Like, like, ding, you know me. I'm like, fucking, all right, it's time.
Yeah, let's go this week. Let's go. Let's hit it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. That's interesting. You wanted to go down the history book of old me.
No, I mean, dude, like, it's a history that, like, I've definitely always fucked with K Records. I remember in 2008, I went on this tour with like this bedroom noise project that I had with my friend, and we played at La Jolla. What
was it called?
It was called Tad's Dream, and then I changed the name to Lesions.
Okay.
And
you played at the Voyeur in
we
Ole?
played Lavoyer opening, and then the band Songs for Moms opened for us.
Okay.
And my friend headlined, and it was like an acoustic, like an ode to the microphones type deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
Voyeur.
And
you're getting like a shitty vegan salad
oh,
before
dude,
your
I
set.
fucking loved it there, bro. I was so stoked. I was amped. I was asking people about fucking Calvin Johnson. They were telling me all types of
where's Calvin?
shit. And they're like, oh my God, Calvin, you know what I mean? All these like young ass kids, they was like, all this shit about Calvin. And then we went to that bookstore up the street. This was 2008.
Yeah.
Bookstore up the street, and Genevieve Elverum was playing a show. Like Wolf.
Genevieve?
Yeah.
And Genevieve was doing a Wolf set at the bookstore.
Yeah. And we were like, oh, okay.
Was it called?
The big one.
Was it called like Orca's Books or something like that?
Probably. It's like 2 stories.
Yeah.
Right? Or it was like the first story, the bottom store.
Yeah, I can't really remember.
Yeah. I know
she was doing a Wolf set.
Yeah, she was doing a Wolf set. And we were making a joke like all these people from K Records, they gotta be, you know what I mean?
In the cut.
They in the cut. We get there, it's Kimya Dawson, Calvin Johnson, Bill Elverum, you know what I mean? And we're like, oh shit, this is crazy. We left that spot. We were screaming, bro, because we were like, oh wow, these people were actually there.
So basically what you're telling me is you played the wrong show.
Yeah, because we played the wrong show, bro. I don't understand, bro. We basically played the wrong show. I was so mad. No, I wasn't mad. I was so happy, bro. I was so fucking happy because we ain't no other people got to do that. You know what I mean? Be at a show and then you get all these people K Records at the show.
Yeah, man.
And you seeing, you know what I mean? That was history, bro. That was so much history.
That's crazy.
I didn't give a fuck about the whole tour. That was the going to Olympia and being there. Yeah. Oh, bro, just that was something to write home about. I would have went just for that day.
You were there, man.
I went to Rainy Day Records.
Yep. Got some. You get a Wipers t-shirt, get a Dennis Driscoll cassette. Get a.
You know what I mean? I and then I went to what's that? The record store that's got the thrift store, and it's a record store.
Oh yeah, that's from back in the. I don't know if that. Phantom Records, I think. Yeah. And there was it was in the corner of a thrift store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that shit, man. That's crazy.
I went to the back where they got the dollar clothes or some shit.
Yeah.
This lady, she came.
that was it.
This lady, she came to me. She was like, "What is your nationality?"
Oh.
I was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Holy shit!" No, she was talking to me for a minute. Mm-hmm. Then she was like, "What's your nationality?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, bitch, you talking about some wild shit." So I was like, "I'm black and Filipino. Why?" And she's like, I love people mixed with black." I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's. So you saw the whole part of Olympia. You saw the whole thing.
I was like, this white woman is talking some wild shit to me. I was like, oh, wow, okay. She loved racial mixing. I was like, this wild, okay. And then she was like, she was showing me a picture of her niece who was mixed. And I was like, okay. Then she hit me with it. Do you believe?
Welcome to the Northwest.
Do you believe in God?
Oh no!
I was like, you know what? I think they're calling me. I think they got. You know what I mean? I think.
But God bless though. But God bless.
God bless. I'm out. Peace. I was like, yo, that shit is too much. Oh my God. She was. Oh my God. I thought we was honestly. I ain't gonna lie. I thought she was trying to do me, but. I was a young bull, so I don't know what the fuck to do with all that.
Honestly, in the Northwest, when I moved there in 1994, I was the darkest dude around.
Oh, I bet.
it was crazy up there. My parents brought me up. My mom's like, half Japanese.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we got. My mom's half Japanese. That's the only, like, coffee colors in me, right? But when they dropped me off at college in 1994, my mom was like, "Are you sure you want
to be in Olympia?"
I was like, in Portland, because it's it's just not a very diverse
not at
culture. I mean, Seattle's got a lot of Asians and black people, but Portland at that time, Olympia, it's a beautiful culture, but it's also incredibly kind of a monoculture.
Yeah.
And so you would be like an absolute aberration. They'd be like, "What? Can I touch your skin?" Almost levels. Like you're a god.
They would wipe me and they'd be like, "My daddy told me if I touch a black man, my hand will turn black." And they gonna do some shit like that to me, bro. But it's like,
no, I mean more like they're like, you're, honestly, like people up there that are different or from a different culture or just darker, or just, you're treated kind of like royalty. Because it is such a liberal place, and a lot of people have a lot to say about a lot of different types of people that they may have never interacted with. So you become kind of like it can become, and I know this from friends of mine, it can become a sort of burden to like what they now call like doing their emotional labor.
Yeah.
Like you become their sage. They'd be in Portland, they'd be like, Air Antoine, our black advisor, please tell us how to act about this. And you're like, I don't fucking know. I'm just like, dude.
Antoine,
you become a spokesman.
They'd be like, "Antoine, I gotta tell you something." I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "When I was 5 years old, I clutched my purse in front of a black person." I'm like,
"Oh man,
what the fuck?"
You're like, joking, but like,
it's real. That's real.
You're joking, but like, that's kind of,
it's sad.
It's like that.
It's sad.
I mean, I remember being younger and doing stupid shit like that.
I don't know.
I remember being up there and younger and like doing some stupid shit like that with people from different cultures, because it's just such a monoculture that you do. I mean, like, it's natural to want to ask, but because you're just not around other shit, you're just around like, beautiful culture, but you're not around a diverse culture. So it's funny. But in Seattle, it's not like that. It's not like that in Seattle. That's the interesting thing, that Seattle, which is right so close, is just, and
so
Tacoma. Yeah, because there's like military bases. There's a massive mixture of different cultures coming through Seattle all the time.
Yeah.
Not Portland. Portland's so white. Portland's so white. That's why it's the craziest. In 2020, they're the people that have been protesting nonstop since.
But it's all white people, though.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's a lot of white people. It's where the white woman bared her vagina for the pig.
Yeah.
Bared her money.
Yeah.
For the pig.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know that nationally people are like, that ain't it, or whatever, but it comes from the parlance of like that whole part of the world, which they're trying their hardest to be very good. It comes from a place of like such deep spirit of wanting to change the world in a utopian. It's the last part of America to be developed. It's very young up there. It's very frontier. And so there's still
before, like, even in like the 1950s, wasn't there like a whole thing where you couldn't be black and live there?
Oh, the redlining in Portland is insane, dude. You don't. I mean, like, that's a horrible history. I remember in the 90s there were zines about it, like photocopied zines.
Yeah.
That were like whispered about. People were like, "Oh fuck, you know what? I think we might be a part of the problem." But what it really is the history of African Americans in Portland is that after World War II, a ton of industry started to develop in Portland, and a lot of black people from the South moved up there for jobs. And so there became a culture, but people up there were racist, so they didn't want those people living amongst the other people.
Yeah.
And so they kind of started making these like kind of laws, and quietly and almost invisibly pushing those people to one area. And then in the 70s, I think, they wanted to build a highway. And it's just like LA, they pushed the black people on the other side of the highway. And then it was like, well, we want to build a hospital right where we just moved you. So they pushed them again. And then when I got there in the 90s and 2000s, it was just gentrification. That was the places where the small black community was living became the place where all the hipster kids wanted to move to. And so then there was a great flight again, and they got pushed out even more. And it was sad, you know, and I definitely, mea culpa, as a person of that generation, lived next door to a family from Louisiana who had owned their house for 30 years. And I just knew that's it. The next people that take over that house are going to be like white kids making coffee, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the erasure, and that's the pushing out of the very small population of African Americans. It's interesting because there's also a story of Ethiopian immigrants in Portland, which is a strange, big community of Ethiopians there. And that's a different history.
Food. I had to bomb Ethiopian food in Portland, which is crazy.
And like I helped later when I was helping curate an art center that my friend was running. We had Mahmoud Ahmed, who's like the biggest. He's like the James Brown of Ethiopia, and he would play shows in America, in DC and in Portland, because he could get the backing musicians. There's enough like people that had the chops for him to come through, and that was bonkers, man. Bonkers.
Mahmoud getting that money.
Yeah, he's getting that money, but people go crazy up there. I mean, Ethiopians go. I mean, the whole Ethiopian community basically shows up, and then any kid that's into like dope music shows up. It's a fucking party.
And he's fucking with that. That's fire.
Yeah, that's cool. That part is cool. Maybe a slightly less sad story, but for that show, we were dealing with this family of Ethiopian midgets who own a restaurant up there.
Ooh.
And there was them and the guy who runs Voodoo Donuts.
Oh.
They partnered together, and then it was the museum. And so we were doing negotiations with this like slightly shady Ethiopian midget guy. It was so funny doing the numbers with him, because he would show up like
oh God, speak heavy.
He'd be like, no, we're doing it this way. We're making flyers. We're just like, oh man, I don't. But they were dope, man.
The Voodoo Donuts man pull up with the motherfucking Rice Krispie treats.
Donuts? Yeah, he did.
Or did he did with the infamous Captain Crunch berries.
Yeah, he pulled up stoned as fuck. That's how he pulled up. But what was funny about that Mahmoud Ahmed show is that that family, and I don't really understand the genetics, but they were all small. But they were running security.
Okay.
So, you know, if anybody wanted to rush that, I don't know. You know, it's a little bit like, maybe we should have somebody.
Nah, man, you ever try to fight a dude that was smaller than you, man? Their center of gravity
is feisty.
It's good, man. Hey, you got to be the underdog to win.
Yeah, shouts out to those guys. It was fun. I mean, I think they let half the Ethiopian community in for free, which, I mean, whatever.
What's up?
Whatever.
Let him in.
I know, it was fun though. Yeah, Mahmoud showed up in the 3-piece white suit. We rented him a gold wireless mic.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it was dope, man. He played there a few times. He probably still does. You know, there's some labels now in Portland that do a lot of reissue of music from around the world, like Sublime Frequencies, the Health Sounds. And those people, you know, probably were involved.
Oh yeah, they love man. Sublime Frequencies. That was a big thing.
Yeah,
lots of kids being like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, and they were in Seattle.
White people. This is how white people was getting in culture. Getting some culture.
Yeah.
Like, Sublime Frequencies. They got the Cambodian rock. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen to this one.
Yeah,
that
man.
was like the number one I listened to, the Cambodian one.
Like the taxi tapes from Cambodia and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is so dope. Yeah, those guys moved down to Portland. There was Mississippi Records, and Mississippi Records reissues a lot of old blues and country blues and folk, and there became a scene of like, again, that sort of like anthropological library study of different cultures, which is dope, man. I mean, you can't fucking deny it. And Sahel Sounds, I love. It's a kid who just would go throughout Northwest Africa, like Mali and Niger, and record people on his phone and document all these crazy small musical scenes and bring them to the wider market, which is cool. Because I've seen bands come through because of them touring America. So it's amazing, the cultural exchange. That they're just really hungry for that up there. Mm-hmm. Probably because it's so fucking like monoculture up there. So your band was called, I'm sorry, I'm writing this down.
My band? Which one?
When you played Olympia at the Voyeur?
Was called Tad's Dream.
Tad's Dream.
And
like Tad Doyle?
Yes, Tad Doyle.
From the band Tad?
My man
on Sub Pop?
And then, yeah, dude, I didn't even I did that one tour, and I did one other show with this dude. I don't forget what it was. Played in some band. He played in this band Artemis Pyle. I think he played Artemis Pyle. I think he maybe played something else. I don't know, but I did a house show in San Jose. Mm-hmm. And that was my short-lived noise drone career.
So what were you playing in these experimental
I was playing off of a SP303.
Okay. So you're on the floor.
A table.
Oh, you had table. I'm sorry.
I think I brought my own table.
Yeah, of course. Table scene. There was a moment where it's like, are you floor or are you table?
For a table, huh?
Yeah, there was a moment.
Let me just make it clear, man. I was table.
Okay. Yeah. This table.
I think if I couldn't play on the floor. My pants were too tight.
Right.
You know what I mean? My pants were too tight. I don't want to bust a seam. I'll tighten those myself. And
I was staunchly floor.
Yeah.
For fucking years. I was going on tour with big bands where you play in these places with 1,000 people and the monitors are a 1.5 foot tall.
Yeah.
And they'd have me open up. I'd sit on the fucking floor. Nobody even knew I was playing anything. But I was like, nah, I am a floor dude. The floor is the biggest table you can buy. That was my idea. It's with the floor, it's you got the whole floor.
And you didn't need no table. It's I don't even need a table. Where's the floor?
But also the table allows for more performative,
yeah, the table can shake and move.
Yeah.
That's why I was fucking with the pedal.
Right.
Really, my performance had to do on what I was feeling that time.
Right.
I could do a chill set.
Right.
Honestly, it was just so I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing.
Having fun with your friends.
Oh yeah. I was doing that. Yeah, that was me. I was just that's pretty much all I was doing, was just having fun.
But this is before or after some sort of hardcore or punk bands? After.
Before. It was before, because I didn't have my own gear.
Right.
When I did Tad Dream, I wasn't using my gear. I was using my friend Zach's gear.
Right.
And that's why I could do that. I didn't have my own gear. I couldn't afford that shit,
Of course. Until you discovered that you could go to Guitar Showcase.
Nah, dude, I still didn't. I had to move when I played in a band. The next band I played in was another band called How to Summer.
Oh yeah, How to Summer.
And
that sounds like a band with a 7-inch with a brown cover.
We had one tape, I think.
Oh, tape. It was black and white, kind of fuzzy artwork. How to Summer.
I think the artwork was really bad, actually. One of the dudes that we did the band with, he was the fucking control freak. So he made the artwork, and I'm pretty sure it was really bad. I'm pretty sure it was like a sinking ship.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, like
hell yeah!
I was like, what the fuck does this got to do with anything? A sinking ship?
What is you need that ship on your cover.
Yeah.
That Love Claire tape from '97. You know it had a fucking galleon on it. Oh hell yeah, it's got a ship.
What is that? What's the ship aesthetic with like these bands?
I think it comes from like the Louisville kind of like post-Slint, post-smog, like Louisville, and then Drag City and Thrill Jockey in Chicago, like that post-rock thing. One of the things that came, or in that Quarter Stick Records, there was like all of this sort of like old-timey shit.
Yeah.
And I think that just like sprayed out for fucking 15 years amongst
They're like,
the fucking...
yo, let's just get this ship going. Let's have this ship going on. Yeah, I like the Hawaii picture that's right behind you, bro.
Oh shit, I don't know if it's gonna show up with the weird.
What's that? Is that a tape? Nah, it don't show up. It just it do now. Yeah. I was on that ship kit.
Yeah, this is the reissue some kid made. I can't believe some kid spent $200 to make these tapes.
Oh yeah, that man made $1,000. He made $1,600 off of that tape.
Maybe.
Shit.
I hope so.
He flipped.
I don't even know where those other dudes are. It's 25 years ago now or some shit. But it's okay. You were in How to Summer. What were you playing?
I was playing bass.
So where'd you get the bass?
I actually was borrowing it from a friend.
And what was the bass? You don't remember?
I don't remember. It was a friend my friend Danny's bass.
Right.
And then he let me borrow it.
What amp were you using?
Somebody else's amp.
Okay, so it's borrowed gear.
I had all borrowed gear, dude. I had no gear of my own.
Okay. Just wondering.
I had a guitar that my school bought me.
Nice.
I went to continuation school. They was crazy, bro. They got tax fraud and all types of shit. They were spending money, writing shit off. One of the owners of the school, the main money guy, when the FBI came to be like, when they got audited, the main guy was gone. He was out of there. And the other,
but he was like, hold this, Twan, hold this.
He was like, hold this guitar. I'm out of here. And,
like, don't blow us up. We're gonna give you something.
We're gonna give you this guitar. You get to eat. I got to eat Taco Bell.
Ooh.
I was vegan right at the time.
Okay.
I was eating the Taco Bell burrito with the
potatoes.
That shit was fire, bro. Stupid fire. And I got to go to this place called Tofu Kamche. At the time, it was 2006, 2005. Not many vegan places to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Tofu Kamche was the greatest.
What about there? You weren't hip to like Indian, like the San Jose Indian?
There was one Indian spot that I went to by my house all the time.
Right.
Called Coquilla's Kitchen. And I ate there after I graduated. I started eating there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, oh my God, I eat there every fucking week.
What, so from How to Summer, I don't, maybe this has been a discourse that has been elaborated on a lot.
Yeah.
But like, how did you go from How to Summer to rapping?
Okay, I went from How to Summer to this other band that I played in. Well, I started rapping right after, before, or a little bit after How to Summer, and I was recording with some other people. basically some like weird shit happened, and then they were like, the dude we were recording with was like, I want you to rap on like my beats. The beat were whack as fuck. I met my man Doug at the time, who became DJ Sex Play, DJ Bass Lord. His beats was fire, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
His ass was on the spectrum a little bit, so you know he got the fire beats off top. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Went from him, and then I just started doing shit with Doug because I was like, yo man, like it's not working out, bro. We got our own mic. You know what I'm saying? We were recording at the crib. Dude, we didn't really have our own mic. We recorded with a headset, but
right,
our shit was fucking lovely. You know what I mean? And we were recording, having fun. My mom was never home. You know what I'm saying? She was living at her boyfriend's house because her boyfriend lived real next to her work. So we just had house. We was dumpstering food. You know what I mean? Like smoking weed in the crib. My mom would come home like once a week just to like get clothes. I didn't even check in. She's just like, how do you got all this food? And I'd be like, I got it out the dumpster. You feel me?
Freaking.
Got it out that dumpster. It's free. And then she's like, what? And I was like, yeah. And then I was stealing and shit. You know, I was going off. Pretty much. I was just like, at that time. So that was we're doing rap. Then I'm doing this stuff with this label. I'm not even saying names because, like,
I hear you.
Because, like,
no, but what's interesting to me is that you took the ethos of like we started talking about how you fucked with the microphone, the K-record scene, the do-it-yourself attitude of the independent post-punk, the world that punk and independent, you know, music created, but then taking that philosophy wide and being like, that's the same ethos as like recording with beats and using what you got
exactly
to make cool shit. And so like when you say that in these other bands you were borrowing gear, it's still like this other abstracted world, but when you actually were like, well, what can we make just us in this house alone, mom's gone, which is the same sort of ethos as like the music of like,
yo, one second, I gotta close my window.
Okay.
These people is here. Come on, girl.
But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same ethos.
What's that?
It's the same ethos.
Yeah,
it's the same modus of operation.
Yeah, like we're all borrowing equipment and just creating something out of nothing.
Right.
I don't feel like nowadays that's not really like the case. People are like, let's record something, let's get big, let's sell merchandise, let's go on tour, let's do this, let's do that. And that's cool that there's more like before, like you didn't really think that far into it. You're just like, let's make some music.
Yeah, maybe the goals were like a little lower, but you just because that seemed like all that was attainable. Yeah. And that was enough. But now people are like, oh, the doors are wide open. We could be Peep level if we just hustle enough or something. You know what I mean?
I don't think anybody be Peep's level. He's like,
right.
He
shot up like a beanpole.
He's a special child. Very special.
But you know what I mean? It's like people can reach that level of saturation and success coming from a place. Yeah. Which is crazy. It's crazy.
I feel like a lot of people think that they try by like, let's take a viral video of me eating a piece of shit.
Yeah.
People are like, oh my God, that's the shit eater. Let's go to his Instagram. Whoa, shit eater is a rapper?
Yeah, like that I just rewatched that show. I watched that show Dave, you know, Little Dicky. And his buddy's like, let's go viral. What?
That's such a good show.
Yeah, but like his buddy's like, well, we got to go viral if you're not going to make any music. And then
Gator?
No, his like ginger
His manager,
business.
roommate.
Yeah. He's like, we got to go viral, and so he's like dressed as like Jim Carrey in The Mask and saying like, somebody suck me, and the people are like, they're like, oh, you're the somebody suck me guy. And he's like, oh, I'm a rapper too. They're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You're a meme, which I guess is probably paralleling how that dude got up.
Yeah.
Like he actually was like just a meme. He was just trying to get eyeballs on himself to parlay that, and he's parlayed that all the way to a fucking TV show. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, like his whole thing was he wanted to have a TV show, I think, from the beginning.
Yeah, it seems like that, you know.
Yeah. Which is cool because he created that show himself.
Yeah, it's dope. I love the show. And
I love it. You know what show I love right now?
What's that?
Friday Night Lights.
Oh, that emo shit. See, you're going back to your emo roots.
I'm back. I'm emo now. That Explosion in the Sky song?
Dude, man, if you ever listen to my band from the late 90s, Yume Beatsu.
I might like it.
Bro, we were doing it. We were like pre-Explosions, man. Like, I remember when Explosions came out a few years later, I was like,
The
really?
Somebody's stealing the blueprint.
Yeah, I mean, we were stealing the blueprint from the people before. I'm not saying we invented shit, but like when they just really, Explosions was that like Mogwai era where they like cleaned it up a little bit. We were sloppy. We were like Duster or whatever, sloppy. Yeah. But then when like Mogwai and Explosions kind of came up, they were like, let's clean this act up a little bit. And that's when they hit with the fucking sports shit. Ooh.
Oh man, they made so much money off of that, dude.
But now you see like car commercials with that post-rock guitar shit, you know, like it's become kind of a cliche, but I fuck with it.
You ever watched that show?
I think I watched there was a movie first, right?
Yeah.
The movie's great. I love the movie.
Oh,
and then
the show's amazing.
Yeah, it's so soapy. It's too soapy for me.
Oh, I'm soap addict. I'll be loving it.
Like high school soap.
I grew up watching fucking the biggest soap opera of them all, like wrestling. It's like the hugest.
What'd you watch?
Wrestling is like the hugest soap opera.
Oh, wrestling. Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah, to me, that one is kind of like My So-Called Life or like Dawson's Creek, where it's just like high school. I watched that shit too. High school love drama. You can't get me in there. You don't catch me weeping over like Dave going for Teresa instead of Maggie or whatever. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
Like, I'll be so about that shit.
Like, oh shit, Terrence got a DUI. He's not gonna tell his mom. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
They go crazier than that though. They go wild.
Like Johnny's juicing.
Wait, did you watch? Have you seen the show?
No, I'm just making shit up. Like literally.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen it, bro. You gotta watch it. I swear to God, you'll be like, oh fuck, this is wild. First episode. Quarterback becomes paralyzed.
Bam.
Star quarterback paralyzed. Boom. Then Lila Garrity, his girlfriend, starts fucking around with his boy that's on the team.
Ooh. And then Drake shows up, and he and Drake both wheel out in wheelchairs. Not in it.
Michael B. Jordan is in it, though.
Oh, okay.
Michael B. Jordan. See? Michael B. Jordan. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
He is a criminal. Starts off, he's a criminal. Then they put him they want him to put him in the little criminal to sports program.
Mm-hmm.
So they put him on the team. He's playing wildcat position, where I don't know what that fuck that means, but he first he a wide receiver, then he a quarterback, then he a cornerback, then he a quarterback. I don't know, but it's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing.
My favorite B. Jordan is B. Jordan as Creed 2.
Yeah, they go to Max's. They go to Max's in North Philly.
Yeah, they do. They go to Max's. His girlfriend's like the deaf soul singer.
Isn't she actual? She's like an actual artist though.
Yeah, but like in the movie, she's like partly deaf or something. She only has a small amount of time before she goes fully deaf to get these soulful songs out. I fuck with that movie, man.
That movie's good.
Creed and Creed 2.
What about? Have you seen Creed 2? I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I've seen Creed too. It's
Does he fight? Doesn't he fight Ivan Drago's son?
yeah.
Wow.
It's fucking sick, man.
Have you seen the Rocky, where like Rocky's like,
yeah, old Rocky?
He's not old Rocky, but he's like, maybe it's Rocky 5 or 4, where he's like, he's already there, he's got the mansion and everything, and then the kid comes and beats him up in the alley in front of all these people.
Oh yeah.
And then they were like, yo, Rock, this young kid, blah blah. And I think someone dies, another person dies.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe his wife's brother, right? Because his wife's
oh yeah.
He's one of the trainers.
Trainer.
Right?
Yeah. I
Rocky
can't remember.
Crazy, bro. Rocky is literally I don't know, like it's fucking amazing. I'm so glad that Michael B. Jordan is Creed's son.
Yeah, dude, he's part of the pantheon. He's a part of the Rocky cinematic universe, which is.
I fuck with it. I remember my first ex-girlfriend. She was like, let's watch The Rock or Rocky, right? She wanted to watch the first Rocky movie. Watch the first Rocky movie, and she was mad horny afterwards.
Oh, of course.
And then we had sex. It's like probably one of the first times I had sex. And I was
like,
yeah, I was like, oh shit, I'm finna be like Rocky now.
I'm gonna run up your stairs, girl.
Yeah, I'm about to, about to be Rocky now. Let's go.
Let me hit that bag of meat.
Right.
Or I don't know. Yeah, Rocky sex metaphors don't really work that. No, they work great.
No. What do you feel about the Wet Ass Pussy song? I don't know.
I haven't heard it yet. I've been sleeping on looking at it for 36 hours. I feel like I'm late. I showed up to the meme late. I feel like I'm late on it. I don't have a take. I might just let this one go. I'm old. I got other shit to look at. You probably heard it.
You probably turned on the radio, because I know you like the radio in your car. You probably listen to the radio and you're like,
who sings it?
Huh?
Whose is it?
Curtis B.
Well, yeah, she's cool. Why are people?
Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't know who that is.
She's fire.
Okay.
She go off.
Sounds like a cool song. I'll probably check it out.
Cause she's from Houston. She go off.
Is it like my neck, my back level, or is it like Tweet? Remember Tweet with Missy?
Nah, they go off. Make the Stallion go off. She go crazy.
Tweet with Missy. That song, "Oops," about masturbating to yourself in the mirror.
That's some shit though, cause like nowadays,
that shit.
Straight, like Megan Thee Stallion talking about like eating the pussy, eating her butt, but like back in the day, like you couldn't really say that, so you had to be like, and then people like, this song is about a boner. This song is about masturbation. This song
I like that
pre-coming. You know what I mean? Like you have to have the homie be like, hey, dude, do you know what this song is about?
Yeah, Superman that hoe is not about Superman.
Yeah, and then Wet Ass Pussy is just straight up. It's about motherfucking these girls about to get their shit off, talk their shit about some fucking this and that, and it's
so it's like a 2 Live Crew joint. It's like a 2 Live Crew type.
I think they use like Baltimore fucking
bounce shit.
Not the whole beat, but that sample that there's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. You know that one?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
And then
sounds like great music.
Yeah,
I'll check it out. I like explicit music.
They're making explicit music for the mainstream.
That's cool. Good for them.
You know, they really need to give it up. Magnolia Shorty been doing that. Rest in peace. They've been doing that in New Orleans.
True. Yeah.
They've been doing that in Baltimore. They've been doing that in Miami.
Yeah.
Now it's really, really mainstream, I think. And I think the biggest thing is mad funny is that they have that dude Ben Shapiro reading the lyrics.
Oh, I saw that on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a fucking jack.
Yeah.
That dude needs to get that dude needs to get his ass licked. Honestly, he needs to loosen up. Something about him, man. I don't trust somebody that squeaky clean.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro, too squeaky.
I bet he's in some Roman bathhouses getting plowed by dudes or something. I don't, like there's got to be something other side. You can't be that. You can't be that fucking buttoned up without the shadow. In the Jungian sense, like Carl Jung, you have two sides. So you might be this sort of like, you might be the teacher, or and on one side, and then the opposite of that will be the fool or the wily devil or something like that. That guy gives a shit, man.
Yeah,
he just doesn't. These people are not yin yang, man. That's what I think. Culture these days, it's people out of balance.
Yeah, a lot of unbalanced people.
It's just one thing without the other. It's black or white instead of mixed and balanced together. So it's like you're either like the most pure or the most evil. And I don't think that either of those things really truly exists in a human or in humanity or in the world. Everything is always yin yang. And
a lot of false perpetrating yin yangers out there. Not enough.
I don't. Yeah.
They need the yin yang twins to come back.
The yin yang twins need to come back. Whisper in your ear about world peace. That's what they need to be doing.
I'm telling you, they need to win the yin yang twins, man. We need them.
We need a yin yang twin, social conscious sort of like a whisper song where they're whispering into Donald Trump's ear or Ben Shapiro's ear.
Yeah. We need the yin yang twins back in the office, the Oval Office. We need them to. There was like yin yang twins was the wildest shit when they had those like when they lived in those like mansions in fucking in Atlanta. Those things are so like not expensive.
I didn't see their cribs or anything.
It's fire. I always wanted to move to one of those houses. You could live in one of those spots so easily in Atlanta.
Yeah, it was cheap.
It's cheap.
Colley Park was interesting.
Mr. Colley Park?
Yeah, I think it was he produced this
Bubba Sparks.
This girl, but this girl group, these high schoolers. I think they're called DeSoso Bosses.
Whoa.
And then they had, and it was like a So Def throwback type jam where I was obsessed with this song because it was so like 90s, like Freaknik, sweet girls, and then like a, that kind of beat.
Yeah.
And then they had a Soulja Boy on the remix.
Was So Def?
No, it was Colley Park produced, and I don't know who put it out. I think it's Colley Park produced, and it was like it didn't get anywhere past regional. I love that track though. You gotta find that track. It's so sick.
I got it.
It's called You Make Me Delirious. Oh, Delirious. I can't remember. It's like something you can throw on a DJ set. People are like, oh, what is this?
I fuck with that.
DeSoso Bosses, also a horrible band name, but they were like high school girls.
Yeah.
And then they had they got Soulja Boy to do a peak Soulja Boy era intro verse. They made a video. It's in a school bus. It's dope. Like the whole thing is dope.
Soulja Boy was so fire back then, though.
What happened to young Draco? What happened to Draco the
first?
The first Draco.
30-30 Boys. That shit was fire. Him and A-Rap. I remember I found them because a friend of mine posted that Bathing Ape song. And I was like, yo. who is this guy? He's at the mall and he's buying bathing apes. And I was like, yo, like, I didn't know the mall sold bathing apes. And I'd always try to go to the mall and go look for bathing apes.
Can't do it.
You can't do it. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is this man buying bathing apes? He got bathing apes at the mall. It's wild. Then I was like, I'm going to keep up with them. And then I remember I went and looked at his YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, what happened to Soulja Boy? I need to fucking figure it out. Because I was like, oh damn, I love these songs. What happened? And it was like him on top of like some spot. He just signed an Interscope. And I was like, yo. Then that Superman and Ho came out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whoa, this man really, really made it. I was so excited. I was like,
yeah,
Soulja Boy could do this off of his YouTube. And this is when we were recording, like me and Doug were recording. So
right.
I was like, wow, like this man really, he can do it off internet. And he was the first person to really show me that you could really do that off the internet.
Yeah, right.
You just,
it was him.
Do it.
It was him, and then, well, I guess it's a little different and more experimental, but Lil B.
Oh yeah. Oh well, Lil B, he got pretty much the Lil B. His route was a lot different, and
yeah, it was different.
He was wild because I remember when the pack came out, and I was like, oh yeah, sick pack.
The Vans. Vans is good.
Then I remember Lil B on MySpace. And
then 120.
Like, he had so many MySpaces. I was like, dude, why is this one up like? Because you can only put 4 songs on there. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then this is before, like, I think MySpace started where you could just put a whole bunch of songs.
No, dude, he just had 4 songs on each page.
No, I know he did, but didn't after a while, like, they like, because people were like trying to make different MySpaces. They just were like, okay, you can have unlimited songs now on a music MySpace.
Right, yeah. But he saturated the fuck out of that shit. That was super sick. I loved it too because it was, what?
They're all free, so you can just download the songs?
Yeah, it was free and also like insanely experimental. And it was inspiring to me as like somebody coming from that scene of DIY lo-fi. To see somebody in the rap game doing it, I was obsessed with his mind. I would check every day to see if he put new songs up. Yeah. And I told everybody about this dude. I told all these noise people, I was like, this kid is like Lee Scratch Perry level, like outsider genius. He's coming with something that this has not been seen before.
Yeah.
It's like Jam Deck. It's like all these things where it's like outsiders coming through with all this crazy shit, and he was putting up such wild shit at the time that I remember this like Sacramento experimental label, Weird Forest.
Yeah.
Through a friend of mine, got really hooked on Lil B's shit and went and visited Brandon in Berkeley and went through his hard drives and found his most experimental shit and put out a vinyl on a noise label.
Wow.
Which I think was his first like physical release.
I always thought it was fucking crazy how the like people like experimental people like took to Lil B.
Well, because it paralleled the sort of like freedom to scattershot release every single strange experimental idea without any sort of commercial appeal. That's why people were and his ideas are so wild that it just took people. Like people, a lot of people like that might have a bias against hip hop or R&B or anything funky, but this they could understand. They're like, oh, this is some guy being crazy. I like people being crazy.
Yeah,
they might not be the funkiest person on earth, but they could understand that he was coming with something wild.
I think if it wasn't for Soulja Boy and Lil B, there'd probably be me.
Okay, yeah, I could see that, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't think you give yourself enough credit coming from where you came from, playing the voyeur and doing this DIY shit. You are like, you have one foot planted in each of these things in a way that I don't think those guys did.
That's true. That's true.
So you came from a real place. You weren't like a rap kid who maybe bumped into the DIY ethos.
I think a lot of people think that.
You're a guy that had the DIY ethos and transitioned into rapping.
True, true.
So that's a little bit of a different path. So I think that you're just as much, I don't know, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass, but I feel like that's just as much.
So what you're trying to tell me is I am Little B and Soulja Boy. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you deserve a spot, man. I really do. I really think that you deserve, because it's a different path. I think your path is more like there was indie rap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If, you know, there's a little bit more of a parallel to that indie rap scene. But at the same time, not that backpacker mentality of like,
yeah, it was like
alternative.
That is kind of like its own thing. But I feel like what I was doing was more in tune.
Not coming.
Huh?
Not, you weren't coming from that world.
Yeah.
Of backpacker alternative rap scene.
No, not really.
No,
I wasn't part of that though. I was like a part of that a little bit. But that was like kind of what I needed.
Right. You know, I remember that moment.
You know? I needed to touch on that. Because that's the kind of person like I feel like I kind of am. Like I like to understand. If I learn about like different kind of like subgenres or subcultures, I want to understand them all.
Yeah, I understand.
And like
and they were like them. Well, I feel like that scene kind of needed new legs. It needed new people. It needed new ideas. And I think in a lot of ways they were like, oh, we should fuck with Twan.
True.
Because you were doing your own thing.
I needed the backpack scene. Like, who was it? Grand Good? Remember Grand Good? Two Dope Boys? Remember Two Dope Boys?
Yeah.
Those blogs?
Yeah.
Heavy used to post me.
Mm-hmm.
Stopped. They stopped after West Side Horizon. Stopped. They're like,
right.
End of Earth. They were like, what the fuck is this? This is not rap. They're like, what is it? What are these beats? This is trap music. They're like, what is this?
Yeah.
Waka Flocka?
Yeah, he's singing too loud.
Yeah, they're like, yo, what the fuck is that? But that's like, you're
supposed to have a weird voice and a lot of vocabulary.
Right. I think that's where it kind of, you grow out of that stuff. You know what I mean? Right. You learn what you can learn, take what you can take. Yeah. Either you keep going there or, you grow. You got to grow eventually.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's such a dope thing to think about, that time period where all of these things kind of went.
Yeah.
And now we're in a transformed world. Like we're talking about the elements that created this new culture, which now we take for granted.
Yes, that's true. Now we want to shit on it and leave it alone and get something new.
Yeah.
I miss when people started going to the club and wearing fedoras. remember Flostradamus?
Flostradamus, yeah.
Yeah. Missed the mashup.
I remember back in that sort of era, I was in a band with this like Adonis cut gay black kid that I met who had an amazing like tenor voice, like a R&B voice.
What band was that?
It was called Purple. That's me, and Green, because he only wore green. And we fucking slayed in the Northwest.
Who else was playing? Dead Set?
No, I mean, like up there, nothing like that existed. because I was making like beats, like hip hop or R&B or house beats, and then he was singing, and the kids would just go crazy.
Was that the same time around Japan?
Yeah, I guess, but they're from like what, the East Coast or something?
Definitely, yeah.
And like, no, what we had up there, and like where we resonated, and we were kind of like starting to flirt with, fucking with, was like the Gossip.
Oh yeah.
And Glass Candy, they liked us. We played with Glass Candy one time. They were just like they loved it because we would get the crowd hyped up for them, man.
Damn.
You know, it was a very short-lived project, but like we had a lot of interest because it was like, oh shit, that crossover of R&B with like, because he was gay and black, there was a lot of identity-based music. You know, that we were fucking with like that scene. They really fucked with us. And then like indie and R&B and rap worlds coming together like 10 years ago. It was a moment when like we thought that band was going to be the thing.
Yeah.
It was me as a weird noise guy playing keyboards and making beats, and then a guy just belting.
That could have been a thing.
It could have, yeah. And so we were trying, but we never really could make the product good enough. We sent some demos out. I got more label interest than I've ever had in my life, man. It was crazy. Coming from like being a weird, you know, kind of experimental guy to like more pop, indie pop, independent pop market. Like I was like, oh shit, like Sub Pop could smell at this. We could fuck with like, I was like, oh, we could be on some shit. Because I think from the indie and experimental side, there was like How to Dress Well. There was the band before Blood Orange.
Test Icicles?
Yeah, or whatever. There was a bunch of stuff that was kind of like emerging at that perfect moment, and I was like, oh, if we catch this wave, we could like do something with this for a minute.
Yeah.
Kind of fell apart. Regional hit.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah, you never seen so many like nerdy white kids take their glasses off and put them on the stage so they could dance sexually. It was fucking amazing, dude. It was fucking sick.
What a great time. Dude, Sub Pop. You ever been in the offices in Sub Pop?
No, not the new Sub Pop. I know the guy that I know the guy that ran it after Bruce Pavitt left. There's a guy named Rich Jensen who's old friends with Calvin, who put out spoken word tapes on K. Ooh. And like Calvin and Bruce, they started their labels, Sub Pop and K, as like little microzine cassettes in the early 80s. So he knows him, Bruce. And then anyway, after Bruce kind of like left post grunge, like 98, he gave it to this other guy, Rich Jensen, who ran it in the late 90s and early 2000s when they were like putting out like Sebado and some other shit. And then this other dude, Tony Keywell, and a bunch of other people took it over like in the aughts. So it's like, that was when like it was the Thermals and
Thermals.
And like Isaac Brock from Modest Mouse was kind of doing A&R. They put the Shins on there. And then they got that noise band from Detroit. Wolf Eyes was on there.
Oh, wow.
You know, and then they started kind of like doing a different thing for Sub Pop in the 2000s. But I knew the guy Rich. Rich is a funny dude. He's a weird fucking dude, and it's so funny. He was living in a tiny apartment in Seattle, tiny, like a closet. And he's an older guy, and he had his Sub Pop bathrobe from when he was the president of Sub Pop, and then he had a box of cards that was like him. He was using him as his business cards. He would scratch out Sub Pop and just say like poet or something.
This is after Sub Pop?
Yeah. After he left Sub Pop as the main guy. And Rich Jensen, his claim to fame is that he wrote a spoken word song and recorded it on cassette and put it out on okay in like 80 something. And then Yacht, their first little mini hit was covering that. So he's like, I'm blowing up. See a penny, pick it up. I think is that his song? I don't know. I don't remember which song was his by the group Yacht, who got signed to DFA.
They got
crazy
big,
shit.
didn't they?
What?
They got
Yacht?
Really big. Yacht.
Yeah, they got pretty big. You know, I think they're doing okay here in LA.
Yeah. What a great place, LA. I was thinking about moving back, but then I don't want to.
Do not do it, man.
I'm thinking of moving to New York, actually.
Oh, it could be fun.
Yeah. White flight is happening right now.
In New York?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, like a lot of people are moving out of New York and they're moving to like back to where they're from, or they're like
right. That makes
not
sense.
trying to live in the city, I guess, anymore.
Yeah, you don't. If you're working a corporate job and it's all work from home these days, and you're a designer, a creative person.
Yeah,
there's no.
You don't really. Not even just that. I think it's just like people moved to New York because they wanted to live in a city with the nightlife. There's not much nightlife anymore.
Yeah.
The nightlife that they're used to.
Mm-hmm.
But like native New Yorkers, they know what the fuck to do with their nightlife. They're like, hey, we'll just fucking do what I do, you know?
Yeah, same with LA, man. Like, there's no real reason for a hipster, like an aging hipster like me, to live here anymore. There's no cool clubs to go to. There's no DJ nights at bars with your homies.
The shortstop? The cop bar?
There's no Footsies is gone, man. You know, the satellite closed.
Oh, for good, huh?
Yeah, which is, you know, honestly the best part of living in LA for me culturally.
I ain't never been inside.
I played shows there when it was in the late 90s, dude. And now it became such a place for comedy, which is like the one culture I think that LA has that's like irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. Everything else, like the music culture here is like, okay, whatever. But like the one OG culture here that's really dyed in the wool from here. The way like Phil and Calvin and everything was from Olympia. Like,
yeah.
LA culture is comedy, man.
No, for sure. I agree.
Which is sad. They lost that venue, that East Side alternative comedy venue. So who knows what's gonna happen.
Shit.
So I don't know. I'll stay here or not.
Let's go to New York, bro. Fuck this.
No, I'm gonna move to Fort Bragg. Live in a cabin.
Fort Bragg,
Northern Cal.
Where's that?
No, NorCal, like north of Mendocino.
Oh,
on the coast.
Fuck it, I'm gonna move to Dillon, Texas, and be the high school football coach. It's my life now, football.
Dude, have you ever watched Hoosiers?
No.
It's the movie.
That is
Gene Hackman and
ice fishing.
No, it's Gene Hackman.
No, Hoosiers is that's the hockey one, right?
No, wait. What am I thinking of? With Gene Hackman and
Oh, Grumpy Old Men. Yeah?
No, the basketball movie.
Hoosiers.
Yeah. It's dope.
You mean basketball movie? Joanna Man. That's what you're
Joanna Man. Yeah.
Joanna Man, huh? That's what
my lady does an amazing
Joanna Man impression?
No, in White Men Can't Jump with Woody Harrelson, and he's got a girlfriend, right?
Oh God, I don't know where this is going. But what? She does a Rosie Perez impression?
No, but she does a Rosie Perez as an Indian woman impression.
Oh, no.
Which is like,
don't repeat it.
It's so funny because you're like, what the fuck are you doing, Billy?
Oh God.
It's amazing. It just like goes from it can flip. She can flip those two accents together. It's amazing. Are you fucking serious, Billy?
That's like British. That's like a British.
Yeah, I can't do it right. Yeah, but my girl's like British, and so she can do a pretty good Indian.
She's doing the butter chicken version of it.
Yeah, but like the Rosie Perez as an Indian wife scolding.
No, did you know that? And this is probably just me being ignorant, but I didn't know that tikka masala was tikka masala is not a authentic Indian food.
Oh, really? It's like Americanized, like
no.
Thai type shit.
It was made in Scotland.
Interesting.
It was made in Scotland by an Indian chef, but I think he was like a first generation.
Right, living back in the colonizer's land.
Yeah, and it was invented in Glasgow.
Tikka masala.
I was making fun of on IG. I was making fun of white people being like, I love Indian food. Tikka masala, that's my favorite. You know what I mean? Because that's like when you talk to a white person about Indian food, they like tikka masala. Oh my god! And
right.
Yo, bro, like, okay. And then someone was like, that is
it's like chop suey.
Yeah, and it's like, oh wow,
chop suey. I was reading a history of chop suey, like where the term comes from, and it's like,
oh yeah, System of a Down. Yeah, that's where it comes from, right?
Have you ever had Armenian food?
Have I?
Yeah, I don't even know.
No, the little pizza boat with the egg in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Turkish.
What's that called?
I don't know. Turkish.
Pizza boat.
Armenian.
I don't know.
What about Filipino food, man? I still can't crack it.
It's pork.
Yeah, right? It just seems like a lot of heavy.
Everything is pork.
Yeah.
And fried. And souped up.
Yeah, because we have, I live in the Filipino town neighborhood, and there's some like real like hole-in-the-wall Filipino restaurants around that I've always been a little bit intimidated to go in because all the words are different. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
Just tell them that.
I guess so.
And then they'll be like, okay, we'll help you out. Because they just want you to eat. That's basically all Filipinos do. Like, that's why I can't go to a Filipino party at all.
Is it trying to make you eat?
If I'm vegan, like, I could eat meat. Like, let's say, the two things you got to do, you go to the Filipino party, is you're going to drink or you're going to eat.
Right.
And if you don't eat meat, you finna eat a whole bowl of rice, bro. Like, that's all.
that's all there is, right?
Bowl of rice and some birthday cake. You gotta eat, bro. Like, literally, oh my god, dude, my aunties didn't like me, bro, because we're like, oh no, I'm gonna eat. My mom would be just fucking eat, just eat. And my mom was there, she would just eat this. I'm like, no, just eat it. And I'll just
give it to your dog.
Slow, eat it very slow. You gotta eat it very, very slowly, because after you finish it, here's some more.
It's another plate. Now, let me ask you an ignorant.
The go plate. Boom. Right,
you get fix another plate. Let me ask you this though. It's maybe ignorant, but like, does it parallel Hawaiian food in that it's like an islander?
Oh my God! See, there are Filipinos that are very much. They're like real into the islander joint. Like, I had cousins and they were like playing ukulele.
Right.
They was knowing all the Brother Iz songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's his name? That nice to know ya. Let's do it again. You know, they were singing.
I don't know.
Jake, man. The
right.
Islander, bro. He do the Islander reggae shit.
Oh, I don't know it. Oh, I just know the somewhere over the rainbow shit.
It made me want to smoke weed, but I don't smoke weed. I don't got no reservations to smoke weed. But if I smoked weed, I probably really fuck with that shit. I don't know. But
there is parallels between the cultures, right?
Yeah, but then there's also Filipinos that are just real. That's the thing is like, you know, like the Philippines were court-martialed, so
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the culture from before is gone and
Right.
replaced with the basically an American culture, a westernized culture. So Filipinos now, there's like they bounce back between a whole bunch of shit. You know what I mean? The
Right.
other
Yeah,
day,
I understand.
I was in the elevator, and then I don't know if man was joking around or not, but he said like he was talking to this lady, and he was like, "Well, all lives matter," and I was like, "Yeah, real motherfucker, what you mean all lives matter, dog? Like, what you saying, bro? Like, what you saying right now?" But that's the thing is too is that like Filipinos don't even know I'm Filipino till I be like, "Yo, I'm Filipino, dog," and they're like,
Right.
"Oh, do you speak Tagalog?" And I'm like, "Oh, I understand it." That's not even enough for them. That's not enough. I understand it. Hey, bro, I understand it. My bad. And it's like it falls on me, but that's not true. Because look, my mom could have taught me that shit, but
Right.
she didn't really because she wanted to assimilate. She wanted to
Yeah.
be American.
That's how it goes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's how my mom
like
is.
American.
That's how my mom was with Japanese. She could understand it when her mother was yelling shit at her
Yeah,
when she was too mad to use English.
she knew the
Like
body
that's how you.
language.
She's like, I can understand when
Yeah,
mom's mad and yelling in her native tongue at me, but I'm not. You can't speak it, right?
yeah. They didn't speak it because they're like, yo, like once you
Assimilate.
move to America, you kind of, you gotta.
You're supposed to speak English.
And then think about this:
That's
is
how it
like
was. Man.
there's so much like unrecognized anti-blackness in the Filipino community that
Yeah, man.
they don't even like the young people. They'll fuck with black culture, but they don't barely fuck with black people.
Right.
And
Scared of it.
if you do, it's like, oh, you don't fuck with us. You know what I mean? Like it's weird because it's like I've always heard like, you know, Rob Schneider, he's Filipino. But Batista, he's Filipino. But like it's like other people are Filipino too, the other black people are Filipino too. But it's like
Right.
they're not really like they're not taking they're not, like
Well,
some
because
here
yeah, that immigrant to American culture, it was like white normative, and so
yeah,
you're trying to assimilate and emulate the white side of things to
exactly.
American culture, and they're like, oh, we're not trying to like be down here in the soil in the bucket with the other minorities. We're trying to like pretend we're white.
Exactly. You gotta rise above.
Yeah, so I get how that is like an erased, and they're like not as proud of it, which is silly, and I hope that gets corrected.
I think
Obviously.
the younger generation, yeah, will,
Yeah. Right.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
it's
my Japanese grandma, she tried to go full country because my grandpa was like from like Arizona,
yeah.
and so she like my Japanese grandma had like a weird like country lady perm,
Whoa.
and my mom is named Kay
Uh-huh.
because that works as like oh like a Mary Kay or something like a real like country
Damn.
name, but
Yeah.
it works as a Japanese name,
Mm-hmm.
and so but it's spelled Kae. So
Mm.
they keep the Japanese kind of spelling of it, but
Yeah.
it could work in both worlds. So my fucking grandpa's GI buddies could be like this. He could be like, this is my daughter Kay,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But for my grandma, it could be like, oh, KK.
They can flip it. Okay. That's
Yeah.
cool. I like that. I like that.
But still, that to my point, that's like trying to push it towards some sort of white American whiteness.
True.
You know what I mean? Like my mother was even to the core of her being, her name, they were trying to push her towards some sort of white normative.
Yeah.
Instead of like giving her a Japanese name or any other type of name, they were trying, and I think that's like a part of that Asian immigrant spirit.
Yeah. Like even my
You
mom,
know?
she kept my dad's last name and they're divorced.
Oh, she's like, I got one.
Yeah, she was like, let me keep that American name.
Yeah, right.
And I'm gonna keep that because it's like even with my name, like Antonio, like people are like Anthony, and I'm like no
Word.
name, and then they're like, They're like, "Oh, are you Mexican?" And I'm like, "Nigga,
Right,
do I look
Latino.
Mexican? What the fuck?" Like, come on now. It's like, which isn't bad. I love Mexican people, but
Word.
but even Mexicans sometimes are like, "Oh, Espanol," and I'm like, no, nah, not really, bro. But hey, bro, I fuck with
Yeah,
you.
but,
I fuck with you, bro.
yeah.
But they're like, it's funny though. But it's like, it's a strange time in this world. Because I feel
I
like
like it.
I like it too. I like it because now I feel like everything's on the table. Like we know people are racist.
Yeah, but growing up in a big weird mixed bag, I only hope that more people have to, or not have to, but I only hope that more people get more mixtures.
Yeah, and we understand each other more.
And it does, instead of like, I see a lot of people like separating out, like I'm this, I'm that, and I've like, listen, I never had the pleasure of identifying with one culture, so I don't know it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the plights of it. I don't know the suffering of it, but I also don't know the sort of pride.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have pride in one culture. I'm like a mixed dude, so I'm like, I only hope that more people would have the sort of life experience that you had or me, where it's like, I have a mixture of cultures, man. I can't, you know what I mean? It gives people a bigger understanding of like, oh, it might not be the most important part of who you are.
Yeah.
Or it's important to have it mixed and be able to understand 2 or 4 or 8 different cultures because of just who you are to your blood.
True.
And I hope that, I like that. I hope that, we all, it's all like, in the Michael Jackson black and white video, if everybody just gets paused in between the 2 morphs.
That's just gonna be life. We just gotta get paused real quick. We gotta morph.
Yeah, like in the middle of the like or whatever, like you're just like, oh, actually, you know what? You're gonna have to stick right there. You are
you are now capitalization.
Yeah, you're now part Filipino, part African, part Indian, and part Italian.
Yo, I found out that I got one of my grandfathers was half Irish, and one of my grandmothers was half Native American.
Oh, word!
So
that's amazing. Wait, your grandmother was half Native?
One of my great grandmothers, half Native, half black. Other grandpa, half black, half Irish. So yo, I'm white.
Yeah, welcome to the club, bro.
What's up? Where's my money at?
Yeah, man, let's go get a loan.
Let's get a loan. Anthony Willard, at your service.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning. I'm white. What it do? Yo, one time I was in Ireland, right? I played a show in Dublin.
Right.
And this girl, she wanted to buy me a drink, and it was wild. I was like, oh, for sure. She put money on her card to buy me a drink, and then she was dead set on buying me a drink. I was like, yo, what? She's like, I'm gonna buy this drink. And then she put money on her card. It was like a weird process where she had to like put money on her card and then wait a second for the card. You know what I mean? And then got me the drink. God. And then we were making out, and then she stuck her tongue ring in my mouth. I was like, yo, I never had that happen in my life, but I was just like, wow, that's disgusting. And then her brother was there, and then he was telling us that he wasn't racist, and then he kept talking about his Indian friend.
Oh boy.
And I was like, that was like my first night maybe in Dublin ever.
That's fucking crazy. I've never been there.
Oh, dude, it's so crazy. The place we played at, so they'll have a show, and then after the show, it'll turn into an 18 and over club.
Ooh.
So I was just like, dude, dangerous. Fucking weird. A lot of kids with like fucking like, what's it like? They're like, whiskey? They don't know how to walk. Girls not knowing how to walk in heels.
Oh my good lord.
So it was just like, yo, this is fucking, this is weird.
Daryl.
This is strange.
That's crazy. And then
Yeah,
young kids.
I was like, yo, I've never been to an 18 and over club when I was a kid. I remember all my friends used to go to an 18 and under club, and I was always like, no, I don't. Like my friends from the neighborhood would always go, and I would just be like, no, I'd rather just stay home and play video games, watch TV. Like,
wait, what did Kadon always used to have? Like Kadon used to always have like the what was the club that Kadon would always like present shit at?
Kadon.
Yeah, KDON. You know what I'm talking about.
That was in Salinas?
Oh, is that Kadon is Salinas shit? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't have Kadon.
You don't? No, Kadon goes to KDON goes to San Jose, right?
What was Kadon? What did they play?
It's like 102.5 or some shit, man. I don't know.
I never fucked with no 102.5.
Dude, Kadon, to me, Kadon was like a huge, living in Monterey, growing up in Monterey, like, we didn't have a lot of culture.
It was Kadon was the number one?
Well, no, it was just like, that's how I heard. They played like, you know, hip-hop, R&B or whatever, but also like dance music, regional dance music. I'd hear Miami shit. I would hear all sorts of shit. Kadon.
Oh,
and
bro,
this still exists, dude.
Z95.7.
95.7?
Z95.7, yeah.
That's like a real San Jose shit?
I think so, yeah.
I guess Kadon is more like Salinas.
Yeah. That was coastal. We didn't have that.
Yeah, you got that, dude. I guarantee
no.
You turn your radio on right now, you get Kadon, and they're playing fucking Mariah Carey.
Right now, Kadon?
Yes. Or like Kate, it'll be like, dude, Kadon kind of is sick. I ride for KDON.
I remember one time I went
Club Gemini
to the Monterey Bay Aquarium when I was in high school.
Right.
I seen a goth girl, and then a black guy who was very alternative too. He had cornrows, a Marilyn Manson shirt, an army jacket.
Oh, okay.
And his 2 front teeth were missing.
That sounds like somebody from Santa Cruz.
Someone from Santa Cruz just living in Monterey, huh?
You pop down to Cannery Row, try to sell some fake acid to some kids on the bike path.
Too real. That's too real. That's amazing.
That's like Monterey Bay culture, dude.
Fuck it. Well,
did you ever fuck around in Santa Cruz though?
Yeah, totally.
They used to have punk shows.
Yeah, I used to go to this show place,
house shows.
418 Project.
Okay.
How long we been doing this?
What? This thing? Too long?
Recording?
I don't know. Too long. We should probably stop.
Okay. Well, you got anything to say to wrap it up, or you want to wrap it up?
No. As far as like for the recording of this, I feel like the last 20 minutes probably we're just us bullshitting as friends. But if you want to get back to a focused thing, I just want to say that I appreciate you. I think you're a wonderful creative man and a human that has shown an incredible amount of growth and a joy of spirit and a positive outlook in life that I find inspiring. I wish you nothing but continued success in your personal, emotional, spiritual, and professional life. And me, I have to eat some lunch.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, Adam, I think the same way of you. I appreciate you for being there with me in these dark times. And
of course,
many more dark times to go. I don't even know what to say.
Let's get it, dude.
All right. Well, Adam Forkner, a.k.a. Whiterainbow. What's your new shit?
Hey, Airboy Express, fool.
Airboy Express. And we out.
All right,